Imagine if you had a week to live. What would you do in that time? Who would you speak to? Where would you go? What would you say? Jesus chooses to go to the people in Jerusalem in his last week, and he begins to teach them how they should live. He begins with entering the temple in Jerusalem, and in anger he drives out those who are buying and selling there. He rebukes them for turning the temple into a den of robbers and thieves. He declares, "My house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations." This is recorded in Mark's Gospel, chapter 11, verse 17. Among other teachings in his last few days with us, this teaching is perhaps the beginning of a profound change and understanding to how we shall live. It is the beginning of a new way of being. The message cannot be understood without the benefit of hindsight, without looking through the lens of the crucified and resurrected Christ. This first challenge to the people can be heard when Jesus says, "My house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations." You are God's house. You are his sacred temple. You are a sacred space intended to be prayer in all places, with all people, far and wide, near and deep. How then shall we be this prayer with all people, with all nations? Let me ask you this. Who will you come into contact with today? Who are you separated from today? How might you be the prayer for that person? How might you be that prayer for yourself? How might I listen and understand? How might I prepare to be the sacred space God always intended me to be? Part of our living out Jesus' teaching to be a house of prayer involves becoming a place of welcome and invitation. I wonder how you might do this. How might we do this together? We could light a candle, find a quiet space, sit and be still. Notice all that is going on inside you. Don't judge. Just notice. Just observe and breathe. Allow yourself to be connected for a moment to the sacred space that is within you. Allow all thoughts to come and go. Don't hold on to anything. You are free. Just notice the space, the quiet, the silence. Enjoy the sacred space that you are. We hear those words of Jesus. Will you stay with me? Remain here with me. Watch and pray. Stay.